We actually have a lot of Kanye news that have piled up over the past 1 to 2 weeks, also concerning Vultures too. So today we're gonna go over everything that Kanye has been up to, so let's jump straight into this.
If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description.
So after we later saw him at Paris Fashion Week, he then relocated again to Japan, where he was spending some days with Bianca, where he was, among other people, also spending some time with North. So North was there as well, which was really interesting. We don't know exactly what he was doing in Japan, but there are rumors that he is performing in Korea in August, so he might have done a little Asia trip to look at some venues for his potential listening parties. There's a lot more listening party news later on in the video, but that could be a reason. But he was a little bit in Asia. Also around that time, we've gotten news from the Yeezy.com website, which is now not taking purchases anymore. So you can't purchase, orders on Yeezy.com. The shop is closed and they have a countdown on there how many orders are remaining for them to fulfill. After that, we don't know what's happening. Maybe they're planning some big reconstruction of the store to then roll out Vultures 2. I don't know, it's copism, I don't know, but I hope so, man. Also, what you might have seen is that Rich the Kid released the single with the Vultures crew, so Ty and also Ye, called Gimme a Second 2, that also has this AI video that I don't like very much. I also don't like the song very much. I was listening to it and I was like, why? I mean, Ye's part wasn't bad, but I just think the song itself from Rich the Kid is really not good. And I also don't get why they are producing his album Life's a Gamble. I mean, we talked about this quite a bunch already, but that's coming out, but they have this single now, so you can go check it out. It's all right. It's not great, but it's there. Now for some interesting news though, because we have pictures of him actually in Moscow, so in Russia, which is obviously very controversial right now with the political situation going on. But Ye is in Russia together with Gosha, who we know is a big-time fashion collaborator from him. They've been spotted together. They've also been spotted together on a yacht in Moscow. And I don't even know, I mean, obviously you can travel to Moscow, but why go to Moscow right now? But apparently he is planning to do a listening party in Russia, in Moscow. There was an article from a Russian website called Yura.ru, so obviously .Russia, which was obviously in Russian, but somebody on the good-ass sub actually translated this for us. So let's take a look at what this user translated this to. So he said Kanye West's concert is scheduled for September 6th and will be held in Moscow. The artist came to the capital to choose a venue for the event. West's concert in Moscow is scheduled for September 6th, the Telegram channel Baza reports. They added that at the moment, the concert organizers have two main options: the most spacious Luzhniki Arena and the most modern VTB Arena. After lunch at GUM, Kanye West, alongside fashion designer Goba Rubchinsky, personally inspected both sites. The Art Life company, which is responsible for organizing the concert, is inclined to the option of the Luzhniki Stadium, since it can accommodate more spectators and sell more tickets. However, Kanye West himself liked VTB Arena more because of its modernity and better acoustics. The final decision on the venue of the event is planned to be made within 2 weeks in order to have time to collect all the necessary documents and approvals, the Telegram channel reported. So apparently Kanye is having a listening party in Russia, in Moscow, Russia, on September 6th. And we've gotten the hints that he's going to Korea in August, likely late August. So hopefully, likely, we're going to have a rollout for Vultures 2 at that point, with then listening parties. I mean, it's pretty suspicious that he's inspecting arenas and that he's, looking at which arena is better in Moscow. That is a pretty good sign that something is actually coming and this isn't just false info or just empty promises. But it's interesting that he chooses Russia. Very, very interesting. I don't know, I wouldn't do that. Now, also, I wanted to mention that last or 2 nights ago, I believe, there were the BET Hip Hop Awards, and for Best Group was nominated and won Ye and Dollar Sign, Ye, Ty Dolla $ign. Obviously, that's not like big info, but it's still pretty cool to see that the two of them actually are getting some accolades. Now, the latest news that I wanted to mention is that after his Moscow trip, he, I think, flew over Turkey because there were some pictures of him at the airport, but he was spotted in Germany, in Berlin, Germany. I'm waving to you. Yay, even though Berlin is a little bit away, but still, he's in Berlin right now because Fashion Week was or is going on, Berlin Fashion Week, and there we had this very interesting situation where at Shane Oliver's Anonymous brand, at that show for a video, he previewed a new song. It's only a 6-second snippet, but it's really interesting to see that Kanye is now, even if I just said it's 6 seconds, you can barely hear anything. You can just tell it's a Kanye song. But there is a new Kanye song that we didn't know yet, which is a good sign after we get a lot of group buys, nowadays, that he's actually previewing original new music that hopefully will make it onto some of his albums, hopefully Vultures too. I really hope that that's the case and that we'll see that someday, but I'm just happy that at least we got something. Now, as I said, it's pretty interesting that we have those two listening parties scheduled very closely to each other, so late August with Korea, and then also early September 6th for the Russia show. So hopefully, we had the situation December, January for Vultures 1, where we've had those hints of him doing those listening parties, where we've had rumors of him going to different venues and looking at which venue would be the best. And, we can see he's actually in a decision-making process. He's looking at the modernity, the acoustics of it. So he definitely wants to have something concrete there. And we've had this, as I said before, we had Las Vegas, we had Miami in December, and then 2-3 months later, we actually got Vultures 1. So hopefully, if we're starting to get back into the rollout of the things, if it's starting in late August, early September, hopefully October, November, we'll have the album. But obviously, that's not given. Obviously, there's so many factors and variables playing into this. I just hope that that's the case. I just hope, even if it seems far in the future, considering that we thought it would be coming in March, Vultures 2, I still think that a November release is something that I'd be happy with, to be honest, because it's been a drought with Kanye. There hasn't been a lot of info over the past month or so. You can tell by the way that I didn't make videos on him. But if something actually real happens, of course, I'm here to keep y'all updated, so make sure you stay subscribed, and hopefully we'll get the album by November. Maybe a birthday gift for me. But until then, I want to know what y'all think about all of the info that I went over today with the two new listening parties, with him being in Berlin, with him traveling around, with the Yeezy store closing down, with the new Give Me a Second 2 single that Rich the Kid dropped. Let me know all your thoughts and all the info in the comments down below.
If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.